Howdy there, folks. Here today I'm going to do a spring upgrade on my Tracker boat trailer. So y'all hang in there and I'm going to show you what you need to do this upgrade and what it takes tool wise to do it as well. So hang in there. Hey, why don't we go fishing? Come on. Okay, I'm back. We're gonna do this spring upgrade on my Tracker boat trailer. Some of you Tracker owners I know have seen or actually experienced the stock springs breaking and the severe bouncing you get out of the trailer. Well, this is going to try to fix all that. What you're going to need to order a new set of springs. I got these from Amazon. They are 1,750 pound springs each for a 3,500 pound axle that this trailer has. They're 25 1/4 inches center to center here, just like the stock springs on the trailer. I also got, I don't know how that got rolled down there, but a new U-bolt and shackle set. There's a couple reasons for that. One, if you do some research, they say never to reuse them because of the way the U-bolts are built. You'll never get the right torque on the old U-bolts. And second, these are a 1/2 inch longer than the stock ones because this spring is a whole lot wider than the stock spring. Some of the tools you're going to need, you're going to need a 3/16 socket to get the lug nuts off. You're going to need, and I recommend 2 7/8 sockets, and that's to undo the ends of the springs. The stock U-bolts are 5/18 or 5/8, and the new nuts are, where is it at? 3/4. If you don't have 2 7/8 sockets, you can always use a wrench. I have a breaker bar. I also have a ratchet, and this is an adjustable ratchet to give you a little more leverage. If you don't have one, you don't need one. If you've got a longer one, that's great too. T-bar for the lug nuts, jack, and of course jack stands for safety. Now I have the boat actually hooked to my truck and the parking brake on the truck to make sure the boat don't move any. So why don't we get there and get started and show you how to do this. Alright, let's get started. Oh, and by the way, I'll put links to the springs and the U-bolts and everything that I ordered to do this upgrade down in the descriptions. And one thing I should have mentioned, really should use some penetrating oil, spray all the bolts and nuts and everything with the penetrating oil before you get started. I've already sprayed all of them all the way around and they've been sitting for a while, so they should be good to go. Now first thing you're going to do is just take a screwdriver and pop your cover off here. Now as you notice, my grease seal here has got old, and I knew it had got old. And see, it don't even stay in there anymore. Well, that's one of the other things I was going to do today. In fact, let me get I believe I have a rag or some paper towels up here. Clean this up a little bit. Like so. And I also ordered these new caps from Amazon as well. So let's get that taken care of here real quick. They're really stiff. A whole lot stiffer than I thought they were going to be. Like, they were so stiff that I wasn't sure I had the right size, but these are the same size as the ones that come off. And they do go on there. They're good and stiff. And hopefully that'll keep the grease from leaking out. The grease has been leaking out pretty bad on these. And also letting water in. So that fixed that problem. Now, before I jack it up, I'm going to grab my breaker bar and my 3/16 socket, and I'm going to break the lug nuts on this real quick. Now, next step is to take the jack and get the jack under the axle and raise the tire up where it clears. Now you want to make sure that you've jacked it up high enough to get the jack stands underneath of it. I'm going to use two. I'm going to use one on either side here. Now we let it back down onto the jack stands itself. Okay. All right. Next step is to get the lug nuts off and the tire out of the way. Okay, now we can see what we got here. You can see how thin this spring is, and it's a single leaf. Let me bring the camera around here just a little bit this way. And it's just not beefy enough for the trailers. Now this trailer here, I have the Pro Team 195 TXW, which is the biggest of the bass boats. I believe this trailer is also used for the 190s and the 175s as well. So this should work for anybody that has that, and I think a few of the V-holes also use this same trailer. So check what you have on your trailer before you go ordering the exact same stuff that I ordered. Okay, the next step is to go ahead and see if we can break the U-bolt nuts. And we're going to need the breaker bar and the 5/8 socket. Now you see that penetrating oil worked really well. They broke relatively easy. Now we'll wrap. Okay, got the wrong size. Got the wrong size head for this ratchet. So let me go get the right socket for this. Okay folks, I'm back. I got the right 5/8 socket now for this ratchet. I got the right one for the 7/8, but I forgot about the 5/8. So let's get these U-bolts off. Alright, the old U-bolts are off, and now what I need to do is jack the axle up off of the spring itself. Okay, now that the axle's off the spring, we can undo these end bolts, and that's going to be the 7/8. I'll need the both this ratchet and also the breaker bar to get that done. Ugh. And what I'm going to actually do is use the ground to assist me here. I'm going to let the breaker bar go down into the ground and use it for leverage. Well, hopefully I am. Maybe not. I may have to break this free first. Okay, before I take that nut all the way off, so I don't damage the threads on this nut, I'm going to use this rubber-headed mallet to hopefully I was gonna use it. All right, well, I've seemed to hit a little bit of a stumbling block. I don't know why that bolt is so tight. The nut is all but off, but it won't come loose. I don't know if it's paint got it sealed up or what, but we'll see what I can do here. So we'll take a break until I figure it out. Okay, as you can see, I got it freed up. Sometimes it just takes applying a little heat. I think what happened is the springs and everything were assembled when they coated the trailer, did that undercoat to the trailer, and that's what's got had it seized up. But now it's freed up. I should be able to get it out without a whole lot of problem. Yeah, so that's the way it should be. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I got them freed up, got the nut off this one. Need to get the nut off the back one. Alright, got both the nuts off. Bolt out of that one. Yeah. I can get a little of this in there. Hopefully it'll free it up. There we go. All right, there's the old spring. And now it's time to start putting the new spring in. Oh, laid there and the sun got hot. Glad I was wearing gloves. All right. All right. Get the nut started on that one. This one back here. Nut started on that one. And now all I got to do is tighten these up. Okay, new spring's in place. Next step is to lower down the jack, or lower the jack so that the axle's on top of the new spring. And you do have to get, there's a nipple on top that you got to get lined up. There it goes. I'm going to let that jack down a little further. Alright, now we can put the new U-bolts on. And let me tell you, they're hot. Sitting out here in the sun, I wanted to show you the difference in these U-bolts. Here's the old ones, these are new ones. See how much sturdier and bigger these new ones are. Much better, much better. I'm going to actually cover those suckers up for a few minutes. Actually, I'm going to take and lay them here in the shade for a few minutes. And then get back at it. Okay folks, we're back. The U-bolts have actually cooled down some, and now we're going to go ahead and put the U-bolts on here. Basically, I'm just going to get them started here. And there's a nipple on the bottom for this plate to fit into also. Or on the bottom of the spring for the plate needs to go into. We'll get that positioned as when we tighten it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the plate up where it needs to be, and then I'm going to hand tighten all the nuts and try to keep them even. Okay, got them hand tight. Now I'm going to take my 3/4 inch socket and I'm going to alternate around. Now I'm going to take the breaker bar and snug them down good. All right. Now, only things left is getting the wheel and tire back on. Actually, I ought to snug them a little bit. Alright, now we can get the jack stands off underneath it. Okay, take the breaker bar. All right, now we're gonna run my 3/16 in the breaker bar and snug these down. That's it, folks. All done. And if a 60-year-old man can do this out here in this hot Texas sun, I know almost every one of y'all could do it if you set your mind to it. So I really hope this helped out and is useful for everybody out there with tracker boats. Till next time, hey, tight lines and take a kid fishing. Bye.